712 here. We are playing some Grand Theft Auto 5. Right now we're just in a random public session. Looks like to be 17 people in here right now. We're going to take off to the city. Right now we're out in Blaine County. This is where I get my RP cars set up at for roleplay, since I also do a roleplay server on PS4. That is, hopefully I'll be streaming that Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I might do some unofficial from time to time. Actually, speaking of that, there's unofficial going right now. So bear with me here. Alright, so at this time I'm just waiting back to see how many people are actually in that unofficial RP. And until he gets back to me, we're just going to continue to play this game.
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up. I'll bring it to you.
Not entirely sure what everyone's got going on right now. We're actually going to change our outfit because it's an RP outfit. Let's just keep going, kid. I've played GTA ever since it was out on PlayStation 1, and the original PlayStation, when everything was all basically a 2D, an overhead view like this, and that's how you saw everything. It was horrible, looking back on it. Like I said, we're just gonna head into the city here. See what we can't get into. I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff going on, so we'll see what we can't find. Maybe help someone out, or just cause a bunch of chaos. It's hard to say. The lobby seems to be fairly chill. There's a few people killing each other, but it's not like it's a whole lobby out to get people. Of course, right as I say that, people are killing each other. What we'll do actually here is we'll go to my garage, kind of show you what I've got. And the money I do have is not hacked or modded, nothing like that. It was actually during the grind of double bunker sales. In that 1 week, I got just over $20 million. And then obviously the Smuggler's Run DLC came out. And since that did come out, I did buy a hangar, some airplanes, customized some stuff. There was also some stuff on sale, so I ended up buying some of that, renovating some stuff. So we're going to see what we can get into here. For the most part, the lobby seems fairly chill, like I said before, so we should be able to get to my apartment or CEO office fairly easily here. I guess we're gonna find out. But that's exactly why I've got my Night Shark out. Just because I don't feel like calling my insurance company every 4 minutes to get another vehicle. We are almost there. Got 21 people in the lobby now. Just gotta head down the street a little bit. If you are new to my channel, which I would assume almost everyone would be, just because I've never really streamed on YouTube, a lot of it's always been on Twitch. I just kind of figured I'd try something new out here, see if there's more people within the YouTube community. So we're gonna find out. Let's see here. Okay, so this here's my armored floor. That's where I've got pretty much all my armored vehicles at. Obviously you got the Kuruma, which is one of the first armored vehicles. You obviously got the Duke of Death. For some players it was free, all depending if you were a returning player. You have the weaponized Tampa, which is right here. This one's actually got all the modifications on it. As you can see there, it's got the missiles, the dual turret, the mortars, and then it's also got the prox mines. Some of you might be asking why I don't have my heavy Night Shark here with heavy armor. That is because it is way too limited. And what I mean by that is, when you have the armor on the windows, you actually can't use any other weapons besides what is on the front of the vehicle. And to my knowledge still, the only thing that actually protected you was the front windows. The side windows were completely cosmetic. They did no... there was no protection. Same with the back window. The armor plating on the windows was strictly just for cosmetics at that point. I don't believe they've updated that for anything, so I believe it's still going to be that way right now. If I hear something different, I'll definitely release a video on it. Right here, obviously, you have the APC. With the APC, this one's also fully modified. The Insurgent pickup, also fully modified. This one does have the heavy armor on the windows. And then just your typical Insurgent. The reason it is this color, as to where a lot of people have brighter colors on theirs, I've got this color just because it blends in with the ground better from aerial. So if you got a jet chasing you down, if you go off the radar, or use Ghost Organization, it's a lot harder for someone to find you in a jet if your vehicle is the same color as most concrete or asphalt around you. So we'll head downstairs here. This is like more of my sports cars. Here you've got the Nero, and this is not the Nero Custom. I thought about doing that, but I never did, just because I didn't want to get rid of the active spoiler. Then you have one of the new cars, the XA21s. This car is a great car. The acceleration is amazing. It actually beats the Nero until you get into your top end. Your top end, the Nero is going to take it along with the Wagner. The Wagner here. I mean, these three cars, they're super fast, along with that 811 over there. They're all super fast cars. This one's probably got one of the better accelerations on it. I try not to have the same color on all of my cars. That's why you can see, like, for the most part, this floor is all the same color. But in other garages, I try to keep it all different. This car was actually one of the Sentinels you can find on the street. The only thing I've done to it is put window tint on it and change the wheels up, I believe. And then the infamous Skyline GTR from one of the Fast and the Furious is here. This is obviously the LG Retro Custom. When I first got this car, I drove it all the time. But now I would say every now and then I drive it. I just found that there are other cars that I enjoy driving a lot more. So I actually go up to the third floor, which I believe is kind of more of an overflow. There are some vehicles up there. There's the Sand King XLs. I've got two of those up there. And those are actually spawned in the way they are customized. The only thing I did was take the gas tanks off of one of them. I believe I left the gas tanks on the other one. So you got your Drift Tampa, typical setup. It's lowered. All the ECM and engine tunes, all that stuff's done to it. This here is obviously the trophy truck. These are the stock wheels. There is a way you can actually get those stock wheels to turn black. You have to use your iFruit app on your phone. Or tablet, I guess. Just kind of depends. But if you want anything on that, just let me know in the comments below and I will gladly make one for you. This one here, the Granger, I use every now and then. All depends on what my RP scenarios are, since we really don't have much for a SWAT truck besides the one that does pop in. This one just kind of comes in hand every now and then. And And then obviously you have the contender, which is right here. You can see this is the Vapid contender. Everything's customized on this. Pretty much everything I have is all fully modded, besides any of the RP vehicles. Just because in our RP scenarios we don't have fully modified vehicles. These are the Sand Kings I was talking about. You can actually get this one to spawn in just like this. And the other thing you would have is obviously the gas barrels that go right down here. Other than that, this is exactly how it comes. Same wheels and all. This is another one. Usually that blue will come with this body type, with the topper on it. And the yellow one will actually appear like this. So there's a blue and a yellow. If you guys want to know how to get these to spawn in just like they are now, I can also make a video on that too. Just let me know in the comments below. Anything you want to know how to do that I have done, or how to get it, or any tips on, you know, grinding money, just leave a comment and I will do my best to get to every one of the comments here. We'll actually go to the second garage. I've got all three garages, but the third garage is like an overflow garage. Let me snag a drink here. Alright. This is obviously a Benny's car. This is the Carrion Sultan. So this is obviously the RS. It's been customized this way through Benny's. Fully modified, of course. And if there's any cars you want to see in detail, just leave, you know, a comment down below of which car you want to see. I'll take the car out. I'll just go to like an invite only or a solo session, and I'll do kind of like a walkthrough and what I think of the vehicle itself. This one's more of my blending car. If I want to blend in somewhere, go off the radar, sneak up on someone, do some bounty hunter stuff, then I'll go ahead and take this car out. This one was also another one I found on the streets. This was not bought, so I found this on the streets, and I can actually customize it to make it look just like this. This is the, let's see here, the Schwarzer. It's actually a pretty quick car, sounds pretty good. Then you have your hearse. Anyone on PS4 that would like to have the hearse, just leave a comment below. I'll add you on the PlayStation Network, and we can get you the hearse. The only way you can get them to spawn in is if someone has one, or you do the mission for it. The fastest way I found to get it to spawn in is just by someone having it, driving up there, getting it, and have them bring it back down to their garage. Then we'll move on to these next two vehicles, the Dubstas. Everyone has been talking about how these, you cannot get these to spawn anymore. You in fact can. Last week or the week before, I've got 6 of them, I believe, to spawn in one game, which is just me playing. I want to say I just kind of did the grind for a half hour real time, and I got 6 of them. So I mean, they do spawn in. They're just kind of a pain at first. You have to use your MC, go into your MC, get this Dubsta vehicle through there, and then you can drive around and you'd actually drive. Oh, right here. This is where you're going to end up finding it, is at the main Los Santos Customs in the city. There's a couple of routes you can take. You can actually start off here, take your route across, go through the tunnel, over this way, up the street here by the clothing stop, come back around, all the way around, back down the street, and you can drive through. Or, the other one you can do is by starting off right at the alleyway, you go up, go down to the clothing store, turn around, come back, and you wouldn't drive in, you just drive down here, look at it, if it's not there, just turn back around, go back up, and just keep doing that loop. But trust me, you can get them to spawn in, because that's how I got these two to spawn in. This one's obviously the chrome one, and this one is the gold one. So we'll go to the second floor. This should be all Benny's cars for the most part. So you got the Buccaneer here, fully modified with hydraulics. You have the Phoenix, fully modified, no hydraulics. It's not a Benny's car. You have the Nightblade, the Nightshade, sorry, which in my opinion is actually one of my favorite cars, just because it's got that old school car look to it. It does one heck of a burnout. Then you have the Rapid GT. This was also released just recently here with the Smuggler's Run DLC. The customization on this car is amazing. I tried not to make it look too tacky. Everyone's been having the exhaust come out of the hood, so I want to do something just a little bit different here. Then you have the Tornado with a custom paint job on it, hydraulics and all. And with this one, if you actually pop the hood, you have the same design here on the underside of the hood as it is on the top of the hood. So I thought that was pretty cool. And you have the Slam Van, which was also brought through Benny's. I just want to do something unique. It's like not exactly an original color, as you can tell. I want to do something that was kind of just out there. Not many people have done it. As far as the color scheme, I think it flows great. We've got a lot of comments on this car. And then you've got your donk. The donk, I haven't seen one in a long time. I had one of my friends actually on the PlayStation Network. He had one. I said, "How did you get that car?" So he told me which car it was. I went and got one. And since then, I would say that's been 6 to 8 months ago. I bet I've only seen probably 2 or 3 of them on the streets driving around. So there's not many people that have them. I just wanted to have one just to say I have one. That's the only reason I've got it. I drive around in RP, which is roleplay. And that's just kind of depending upon the scenario. We'll go upstairs. I don't think I've got a lot upstairs right now just because I've been in the middle of moving stuff around. I've got 2 or 3 other garages that have some cars in them. Gotta have the oppressor, it's got the missiles on it. One of my favorite bikes. There's actually a glitch for that too. I don't know if it's still out there. I can definitely try it and get back to you guys on that. Basically it makes it to where you can fly infinitely. You get 1 rocket boost, just like you normally would, but you can actually glide it 100 times further, easily. And you've got the Mesa. These are the factory Jeeps, which are also glitched to be black. And this one's also fairly easy to get. You just have to have someone call mercenaries on you, or call mercenaries on someone and stand by and wait for it. This is the Killer Clown Mobile. This one I've got set up specifically for this outfit. So if I'm out just kind of trolling people, all I'll do is I'll jump in my van here, and I will drive around and do the Killer Clown. And then I get a lot of people that ask me if I want to do car shows. And if I'm not in the mood to do a car show, usually I tell them all I've got is a Prius. So this was actually one of the ones that I just found that looks somewhat like a Prius without actually finding the vehicle to look exactly like it. And believe it or not, this is the Surge. This car is actually pretty quick. I was very surprised when I actually modified it. It's got some, I believe those are like $80,000 chrome wheels. Gotta love the GTA money in this game. I'll just kind of go over everything I own now. Obviously I've got the Maze Bank Tower West. I've got all 3 garages. Like I said, the other garage is basically all overflow. There's really no reason to go into it right now. As far as businesses I have, through the MC, I have... Let me get back into my office, then I'll go to the pause menu, I'll show you. I have all my businesses out in the country, out in Blaine County, just because, I mean, at the time there was hardly anyone out there. Everyone wanted to be in the city. So that is actually my MC, and my CEO right there is Devil's Disciples.
Oh, hi. So long.
Alright, so I'll show you. What I've got out here, right here is my meth lab. It's one out in Blaine County. I have the counterfeit cash, which is right here. And then I also have the cocaine lockup, which is right here. And my clubhouse is just across the street, I should say, through the alleyway in the tunnel from the main Los Santos Customs, which is actually right here. I wanted to have it in town, just so if I was in town, I wanted to see what my businesses were doing. I didn't have to drive all the way out there to the clubhouse. I could just stop at the clubhouse in town, look at it, say, hey, you know what, I got to resupply this, there's time to sell that, and so I could do it that route. Then the other thing I've got here is down this way. Right here is my vehicle warehouse garage. I'm not exactly sure how many I have in there right now. I want to say it's anywhere between 10 and 12. When everything was all double on that as well, 2 weeks ago I believe, or 3 weeks ago, there was a grind on that as well. So I sold a lot of my vehicles just because it was all double RP and double GTA money on that one. And then, let's see, I also have, I'll show you right down here, yeah, right here. This is the cargo warehouse, which is kind of over by East Los Angeles, just across the bridge from there. And so I've got that place. I thought about getting some more, but I never did. The other thing I've got, my hangar is actually at the airport, which is the LSIA airport. Definitely didn't want to go to the military because everyone was going to the military when the hangars came out. I mean, the only thing the hangars did at that point in time was if you had one somewhere, people just camp outside, wait for you, blow you up, blow up your shipments, anything and everything. I mean, it was just all trolling. So it was a lot easier to have one down in the city, just because there was less griefing on it. Normally I have all this turned off, but in my RP scenarios, to have the death matches and all that stuff on, it just makes it to where if I'm at the sheriff's office, which is right here in Blaine County, and if I gotta fix a police car or a police motorcycle, anything that you cannot take into a custom shop, you can actually stop at a death match. This is a bookmarked one that was made up. You can actually go to any one of them, but this one I just found a lot easier just because it's right across the street from the police station, or the sheriff's department. And so all you gotta do, you just pull up, park your car inside the circle, get out, enter it. As soon as it loads you in, you leave, and what'll happen is you'll walk out of it. The car will be gone, but it will spawn within the block radius. Most of the time, I find it, like if this is where my deathmatch is, it's usually parked here, or right here. So it's always parked really close, and it's fixed every time. If it's not fixed, drive back into the circle, get back out, enter it again, leave the deathmatch or the race, whatever you went into, and as soon as you're done with that, obviously when you leave it, you guy will walk away from the circle, and from there the vehicle will be fixed. There's quite a few glitches out there yet. I know since the Smuggler's Run came out, they were going through and doing hot patches on everything. I'll have to actually go through and try everything again, especially that oppressor glitch. That was probably one of my favorite glitches. The other thing you can do, I mean, if you know someone that's already got the video out there, it's a recent video, check it out. Like I said, I'm going to go through and try everything out again, though. I know for sure the deathmatch glitches work with fixing cars, like police cars or ambulances, fire trucks, whatever you're into. I know it does work because I actually did that last night. There was no video made on it, just because, like I said, I wanted to start trying something new. Usually I stream on Twitch. I want to try out YouTube. So I'm trying out YouTube, see how that goes. If I don't like YouTube, I will still be on Twitch. If I enjoy YouTube more, I will focus kind of more with YouTube, but I will put my videos within Twitch, or I'll stream on Twitch, and then after 24 hours, I'm able to put the videos on YouTube. So it's going to be kind of a trial and error here for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode, though, and more than likely get into some RP, so I'll probably start another stream up here in 20 minutes to a half hour. So if you haven't already, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And I will try to put a video out daily. If not daily, it'll be every other day. Other than that, everyone have a good day.